You see this? It's staying next year.
Let's go.
How are all you wonderful people doing at this very end of 2018? I don't know about you, but this year has been a completely crazy year, so I cannot wait to see what 2019 has in store for us. I was originally going to do a video on the top trends that need to die by 2019, and don't worry, that is coming soon. But I thought, you know what, maybe I should be a little bit more positive for one since the last few videos have been more a bit of a rant, as you would say. So I thought, you know what, let's start the new year with some positivity. With that being said, here are some of the trends from 2018 that should stay in 2019. Let's start off with the first one on my list here, and that is linen. Now, if you know anything about linen, you might be saying, dude, what on Earth and Mars are you talking about? Linen's been around since ancient Egypt. It's nothing new. And you would be right about that. It's been kind of trendy for like 5,000 years now. But for some reason, this year more than others, it was extremely popular. I've seen a lot of shirts and pants and especially suits made out of linen this year. And it's one of the best ways to beat the summer heat. Plus, the wrinkles that it gives give it a certain character and a nice casual vibe. We've been rocking it before Moses crossed the Red Sea, so why stop now? Next up is camp collar shirts. You probably noticed that Aloha shirts have just absolutely skyrocketed this past summer, and for good reason. They give a great happy-go-lucky summer vibe, and they're insanely comfortable. Now, some people think that you can only wear them if you live in the tropics or by the beach, which I personally find to be a load of bull, but I respect that opinion. But this trend can still stay next year, even if you believe in that, because I specifically said camp collar shirts. I say shirts weird.
Shirts.
What is a camp collar, you may ask? Well, to let you know, an Aloha shirt is only a type of camp collar shirt. And a camp collar shirt is a shirt with a certain type of collar called a camp collar.
What?
And they're mainly worn unbuttoned. They're meant to be unbuttoned, but they do have a loop that you can pass the top button through to button it all the way. I have no idea why you would, but it's there. They also come in long sleeves, like this one here, and is a great summer option, especially with a suit. They've been especially popular with suits this year, and they look great when you take the collar and wear it over your lapels. It gives definitely a certain vintage look that some people would say 70s, but goes way back before that. I personally love that vintage look, and I think it should stay. It's groovy.
Groovy, baby.
Next at number 3 is bold striped shirts. Now, vertical striped shirts have been the norm for decades now, but this year in particular, I started to see these really bold striped shirts, like 1 inch wide, like this one, and I was hooked immediately.
Immediately?
They're great for the summer, especially if you want to give off that Mediterranean vibe. And it's not just the dapper crowd that's been wearing these, it's become extremely popular in the streetwear community as well. In my opinion, it's a stylish choice that's still classic, but it's unique and uber stylish. It's taking something classic, like the stripe, and just making one small adjustment to it, not doing something crazy like a weird pattern. It's still a classic pattern, just making one little change to it to give it a whole fresh new look. And that's great in my book, because even if this doesn't become a trend anymore in the near future, you can still wear this, and I guarantee you that you won't look super dated, because it just looks great. In my opinion, we'll see, time will tell. At number 4 and number 5, we have certain colors that were really popular this year. One in the more sartorial crowd and one more in the streetwear crowd. I'm gonna start with the sartorial color brown. On Instagram, I've seen it the most. And though I used to think of brown as that dull, boring, taggy 70s color, that image is long gone from my head. Brown is just a great earthy color that goes with so much stuff, especially when you pair it with black or blue. The most popular shade of brown I saw was tobacco brown, and it's such a beautiful, rich shade of brown. It's so lively, and it's usually, I've seen it, in linen, which is like, unreal. It's just one of my favorite looks of all time, personally, since I've seen this. It's definitely on my wish list for suits, and it's something that I think you should give a try. Number 5 is more common in the streetwear community, and that is Millennial Pink.
How did we get here?
I wasn't the biggest fan of pink, but it's been growing on me, and that's all due to the rise of Millennial Pink. It's a very subdued and more of a dusty kind of pink, so it goes with a lot of stuff. It's not so in your face and vibrant. It's like the fabric equivalent of rose gold, I guess. I don't know. If you got the right skin tone, this can make any outfit pop. And last, we have probably my favorite, and it deserves a whole video on its own, and that is the Gurkha Trouser. Gurkha Trousers just kind of exploded out of nowhere this year, probably thanks to the Italian brand Rubinacci for resurrecting them. They're trousers that originally weren't for suits or any streetwear. It was the types of trousers that were worn by the Gurkha soldiers, but now they're more in the, sartorial streetwear community, and they're trousers for suits. They're characterized by their large cummerbund-like waistband, so it really makes your whole waist look really slim. Even though it's higher up than what you normally wear for pants, it doesn't give you that gut. It really slims you down, and it's usually accompanied by 2 tabs on the side, but it can also be double or even triple buttoned, like on top of each other. Really weird looking. They're also accompanied by double pleats, which gives it a really distinct look and a really unique silhouette, which I absolutely love. I can understand because these are so different looking and so far out there that you either love them or you hate them. Me personally, I love them. It was love at first sight, and I really hope they're here to stay.
Oh, won't you stay with me?
So there you are. 6 style trends that should probably stay in 2019. Now, you'll probably never even heard of half of these trends, and that's okay because a lot of these come from the more sartorial sphere, and that's because the trends that come out of PT Uomo and just some more dapper world in general tend to last longer than those in the streetwear community because they're based off of traditional and classic garments. They're mostly just certain elements that take precedence over others. So one year stripes will be more popular, the next year it's checks or what have you. So it's classical elements, but some years they just become more popular. Most of these I feel aren't tied to a certain decade, so to speak. So they're trends that generally last longer, and that means you do get your money's worth out of them. And ones like Millennial Pink, I mean, it's just a nice color. Why not? If you did enjoy this video, grab your finger, mouse, or rat, whichever one you have with you, and gently but firmly press that like button for me. That would be fantastic. And subscribe if you haven't already. Also, hit the bell notification sign so that you'll be notified the next time I drop a new video. And don't forget to share this with your family and compadres, because they might be able to take something off this list and use it. I'm sure of it. But before I head off though, in the comment section down below, let me know if there's any trends that you saw this year that you would like to see in 2019 that I didn't add to this list. And if you don't have any, that's totally fine. Comment what you thought about this list in general and some of the trends on here. Do you think they should stay, or do you think some of them should die? I want to know what you think, because as you all know, we are in this together. All right, with that judgment being passed on to you, have a happy, happy new year. Have fun, and I will see you next year. Adios. Ending the new year with some Spanish. Adios. Brown is such a great earthy color that goes with so much, especially when you pair it with brown. I mean, duh.
We'll give it a shot. Oh!